that, I'd like to invite you to guess which one you believe was most important from the perspective of the buyers that we talked to. That included advertisers working in media. We made sure to have that well represented. So how many believe, just show of hands, raise them high so we can get a look around the room, how many of you believe that model the way was the behavior that was most important to buyers? Okay, not too many. How about inspire shared vision? Oh, look at that, a lot of hands up for inspire shared vision. Okay, challenge the process? Got a few. How about enable others to act? I think I see about 5 hands. And encourage the heart. Okay, so I'd say encourage the heart is the second highest vote, but no question here, the one that you believe is the number one for buyers is inspire shared vision. And I will tell you that almost every sales audience I talk to says exactly the same thing, but that's not what buyers say. Surprising. I was surprised. But let me tell you how buyers rate these. Number one, and not number one by a little bit, but number one by a lot when it comes to buyers and what they believe that they would like to see from sellers is enabling others to act. I'll explain why that is in just a moment, but this was far and away the first choice, and number two, right behind it, was model the way. Largely because they feel burned by sellers who don't live up to what they promise and don't seem to exhibit the values that they profess, unfortunately. Number three, except for one group, this was number three across all the buyers, encourage the heart, but the one and only difference demographically when we sorted this was right here, millennials, buyers under age 30, put encourage the heart number 2 and model the way number 3. That's the only discrepancy in the entire study. So if you're calling on millennial buyers, that's one thing to know. A little more praise, recognition, celebration becomes important. Number 4, challenge the process, and look at that. What we thought was number 1, it's still important, but to buyers, it's less important than all these other leadership behaviors, which we might be overlooking. If we've never thought about it before from this perspective, maybe there's something that we're missing. In our time remaining, I just want to show you why enable others to act was number 1 and give you some of those behaviors, and then I'll tell you how to keep learning more about this. Okay, so these are the behaviors of enable others to act. And what you see on the left-hand column are the ratings from all 30 behaviors. So number 1, the most important thing to buyers out of all 30 behaviors, the seller, right, the AE, fully answers my questions and provides information that is relevant, timely, and useful. Number 1, more important than any other behavior. Number 2, that the seller treats others with dignity and respect. Not just the buyer, not just the decision maker, not just the main advertising contact, but everybody in my organization. See, we also invited comments and we got lots of stories. And it counts strongly against us when we're not viewed as treating everybody in the organization with dignity and respect, AKA gatekeepers. Okay. Number 4 and number 6, also right here in the top, very important because they're about the conversation and they're about the decision making and they're about the inclusiveness and the collaboration and the co-creation that we're creating. So, big one, involving people in decisions. I call this the Chipotle effect. If you can, as often as possible, give your advertisers experiences like the one you get at the burrito bar at Chipotle. You get to create exactly what you want every time you're there. You get to participate in creating what you want, and your advertisers want to do the same thing. A little more salsa, no, not so many beans this time, and yeah, you know, actually I do want some carnitas. So whatever it is, they get to participate in creating exactly what they want. That's the essence of enabling others to act. Your needs assessment.